Hello, YouTube. This is Ben Gessel. How's it going? Um, I might make a few videos tonight. At least one, maybe hopefully a few others. At least this weekend. So put out some new stuff here for you guys. So on this video, I'm going to be focusing a little bit more again on the scary stuff. I mentioned some particularly scary movies, some ratings a while back. I'll be focusing a little bit on. This is something I've thought about for quite some time, but I know it's a darker subject. It's scary, so just bear with me a little bit. It has to do with visual evil, and I'm focusing in this video on just frightening faces. I might do it like a more of a surroundings kind of thing, landscape later, but architecture, or whatever. But this is just focusing on villains, particularly their eyes and faces. A few things at the outset. It's very there's some archetypes that are going to go into these characters, and I'll mention him here in a second. There's kind of a reptilian or an eye that's reptilian eye, or cat's eye, or whatever that kind of eye or that kind of look, reptilian look, is one of the trends that can be a little bit frightening. Another one is clowns. um, yeah, scary clown thing. And then there is also just purely very evil looking person. And I'm only mentioning for now 10 of these, but so otherwise they're either a human eye, it's just a very, very scary looking person, or there's a few other types. There's kind of animated versions. And I can mention again, there's certainly more than 10 that are very, very frightening, but I'll just mention 10 here. So without further ado, here's a kind of first guy that we're going to look at here that's particularly frightening. This particular character at least frightened my brother quite a bit. He was younger, he was a boy. And not just him, but all the guys with him that were. So it's Stripe from Gremlins. So basically, the Gremlins were pretty frightening for kids and stuff. But, it's because of a lot of aspects of this movie that seem like just a regular fun movie to see. Like a Halloween mixed with Christmas or something. It's kind of a, it's a little bit like an amusement park ish sensation with this movie, without the clown thing. It has. So I think Spielberg directed it. He pulls out all the stops. He's got a lot of funny scenes. He's got a lot of iconic scenes. It's a very 80s movie. It's got the poor woman begging for food, her kids, and meets the crabby woman that's wealthy or whatever. There's a lot of things about the movie that are very 80s and very deep. They go deep inside my psyche, just like Goonies and all these other 80s movies that a lot of people remember. So I love the 80s myself. Anyway, so the thing is if you look at, the Gremlins themselves are pretty hideous looking. They're pretty scary. The big ears, like jutting out spines. The eyes, those red eyes with the reptilian kind of eyes. Yeah, the sharp teeth. Yeah, they're pretty scary, pretty intense. It's nice to know they're just puppets, but not, but I don't know. Yeah. They're little guys, right? They're not huge, but I mean, they're not too little, but in large numbers, yeah. They can hurt you with their weapons and things. Okay, so the next guy we'll look at here is quite a bit different. This is more of a, this is a bit more of a character that comes up more in comics. No, I'm not the biggest comic book guy. In fact, I'm not really a comic book guy myself. But maybe I could have gotten more into it. I could see myself getting more into it, kind of thing. This particular comic is a little bit more intense. It's not. It's like for comics for teens and adults, particularly adults. More, yeah, adults. The character I'm talking about is a clown named the Violator. It's in the Spawn. And of course, there's a movie. There's a Spawn movie. The Violator, though, is he's very evil. He's an evil clown, kind of white, blue. The blue part of his face looks like a demon, kind of outlined with the white rest of his hair. A little bit of, I don't know, whatever, a little bit of hair. But he's very big. He's very fat. You think he's really chubby and whatever, but he gets all fat. But it's no. This is a very powerful demon, very very physically, extremely powerful, and it looks like he's just really chubby and fat, but that's all muscle. And it's very dark because this is a very evil, just an evil character. What more can I say? I mean, basically, there are a lot of things about this character where he doesn't. The comic is intended for mature audiences. It's meant for adults. They cover subject matter that can be, again, sexual, as well as torturing and things. I don't know, a lot of stuff that is just not appropriate at all for. Yeah. So so they don't really hold back. I mean, yeah, but just no, not really. This guy, so he, yeah, very very, and so he seems this huge grin, and in a way he's maybe not quite as. He's not quite as nightmarish in a certain sense as Stripe or Gremlin, but in another way he is. The demon form of him looks pretty scary, but there's something about the blue face clown that I think goes a little farther into psyche for some reason. I don't know. Anyway, so he's a very scummy. He's like very scummy, very carnal mind, that sort of thing. Violator, yeah, bad boy. He's basically he's like one of Satan's henchmen, kind of thing. There's a whole backstory to that. Pennywise, the clown, of course. He's that's kind of an obvious one. I mentioned him more in an earlier video. Yeah, he's really really frightening, and people wonder again, what is it about clowns that make them scary clowns so scary? There's a few things. One of them is that I would venture that the more intelligent the being, and humans fall in this category, of course, but the more intelligent the being, and if you couple that with strength, physical strength, immense physical strength, and even of course all the other magical or whatever also other qualities that some of these villains have, you get a really demonic, or you get a really powerful, dangerous, very dangerous being. But it's the intelligence that, along with the evil, that really, you can't have a very evil character without that character being often very incredibly intelligent. For instance, I didn't mention this guy specifically in this list, but Hannibal Lecter is a very one of those types where he's just so intelligent and he's so devoid of humanity that his intelligence and his scrutinizing of people. It's very unnerving. Well, yeah. So yeah, you notice a lot of these characters I mentioned here are intelligent. They're sentient. They definitely, of course, they know good from evil. Did Stripe know good from evil? Uh, he is one of the more monster types in here. Um, I would venture to say he did know good from evil. Otherwise, you really couldn't call him evil, would he? He'd be just instinctive. But yeah, he's sentient. You can be scared of a lion. I'm scared of sometimes large wasps. They're very extremely painful stings, of course. You can be scared of the physical pain side of things, of bears, that sort of thing. But it's a different kind of fear. When you look in the eyes of someone, a human demon, or you look in the eyes of an entity that knows good from evil and loves evil, it's a very scary feeling that you would have. The person is very dark, had a very dark side to them. So, well, if they were just really dark and evil. So, okay, so Stripe, Violator, Pennywise, of course. And, the white face, the clown's kind of ghostly, red hair suggesting blood, white and red, striking colors, very striking. All the other colors are just kind of suggest maybe the idea of wanting kids to come near the clown that's evil, and it's something enticing, perhaps, like the yellows and oranges and purples and all other stuff. It's kind of like candy. It's like, come to me, kids, come to me. I'm going to, rip you apart. That's Pennywise. So it's you can get into all the color symbolism and things, but that's essentially what it is beyond the white face and the blood red hair, that sort of thing. Or the black, white, red, and black, makeup. So, and of course that little blue part over his eye, not a lot of people know this. Essentially, the three colors that are considered demonic are black, red, and blue. So there you go. Anyway, blue comes up sometimes. So, okay, Chucky. Obviously, Chucky kind of is along similar lines with the clown, but he's a doll. I don't think we need to get into, yeah. I mean, when you have doll's eyes, or they really might try to make Annabelle the doll, I know, scary, and that's another, she is. But when with Child's Play, when they went from the good guy doll or whatever, regular doll, to human-looking eyes, those bright blue eyes that Charles Lee Ray had, or at least had. I guess it was Brad Dourif played him. I don't know offhand what color Doris's eyes are, but I guess as a Chucky doll, his eyes became like a flaming, just scary looking, bright blue, and yeah, definitely a little bit different looking. It's said that the eyes are the window to the soul. So if someone's a good person, you can kind of see it via their eyes. If someone's a very evil person, you can also see that, and that's yeah. So. Of course, the Joker. I don't think we really need to talk much about the Joker. Kind of like Pennywise, it's kind of a given. However, I still think the Joker, it's the Jack Nicholson that had the look down that I thought was the most frightening, physically frightening looking. And I just think Nicholson in general is still the best Joker. Yes, you can leave me all your comments about that below if you disagree and all that stuff. So, okay. There's two witches from The Conjuring, Valak and Bathsheba. Valak was more of a demon type. They're both, on the witch end and the humanoid end, but when someone has glowing eyes, that's a really scary, ghostly-looking face. It's pretty intense. Of course, this is a little bit outside of frightening movies, but you have I forgot the Reverend Henry Kane. I also would include because the actor is very gaunt and slender, but those teeth, man, this is what the color. Well, he had looked down. I mean, this is a corrupt, evil, minister. Reverend Henry Kane's whole the actor put everything in there, but it was perfect. But it was just, yeah, I mean, like unnervingly evil, and yeah, gets under your skin, kind of evil. Yeah, so just those big eyes, and kind of this like again gaunt face and um, bony face even, and skinny, but just big bug eyed guy. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So Smog from Lord of the Rings. Um, they had such good CGI for Hobbit that you know um, it was Peter Jackson. I mean, they really did Smog justice, in my opinion. They really did. There are scenes that would be nightmarish. And it's, I don't know, 100 foot long, tall. I just immense dragon, and yeah, he was scary. The way he would sneer, even these yellow eyes, and again those reptilian eyes, dragon eyes, and yeah. I mean, like I was seeing the movie theater, especially. It's a little bit scary. It's a little frightening. Okay. Also, I have mentioned down here the other mother from Coraline. You guys might also be thinking about one like the witch or the kind of another mother type creature from or woman from Mirror Mask. Mirror Mask and Coraline are very similar. I think Neil Gaiman is kind of involved with both projects, but the other mother, without giving, she basically had buttons for eyes, and just like human enough to be kind of human, but pin-like legs. Yeah, so yeah, whimsical but nightmarish. Um, Imagine seeing someone with buttons for eyes. It's not normal. Yeah. So that's kind of 10 creatures I think will really kind of stand out. Characters that really stand out just in terms of how, you know, the facial expressions are very, very evil, very scary looking. Some of them, very much in particular, are quite frightening. Perhaps Pennywise is just one of the most flat out scariest creatures ever, ever. Um, Joker is very iconic. I think it's funny because a few other thoughts here. With Lord of the Rings, you have Sauron and Smaug, two of the big boys. Yeah, so there's so I don't know, Saruman and stuff. The thing is, Saruman is frightening, but is still an evil wizard. Christopher Lee certainly has a lot of experience playing villains, and he's very, very, very frightening. Of course, he was in Josh the Wicker Man. He's played Dracula. I don't know. That's just the tip of the iceberg. He's done a lot of scary stuff. So I mean, playing Saruman, he's amazing. He's great, deep voice and everything. Yeah, I mean, kind of just those piercing brown eyes, but just kind of deep voice. Like, yeah, it was just yeah. So, but the thing is that I think visually, Smaug was much more frightening than Sauron, even though Sauron was kind of the big boy, the main big bad, right? Smaug, at least it's Peter Jackson's, depiction of Smaug. I think even the animated version of Smaug was pretty frightening. I could be wrong, but I know they had some of the bass voice play Smaug's voice. Again, I could be wrong, but it could be the same guy that did the Frosted Flakes commercials. Thurl Ravenscroft. I'm not sure if Thurl played Smaug's voice. I could be wrong, but I know also, of course, Thurl did the Mr. Grinch, You're Rotten song. Yeah, so I think that's the case. But there's a certain kind of sound that he has. So I think Smaug is scary. he's bad, scary man. Very, very scary. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments below. I'll catch you guys later.